Good morning, everybody. Coming to you from the water this morning on a chilly April 28th, 6:06. Had a 6 o'clock launch and we're lines in at 6:30. This is day one, the All-American Kayak Classic on Truman Lake in Missouri. Third time to come up here. Always fun. Staying at a house with 10 guys, or 9 other guys, I guess. And it's been a good time. Some of them I didn't know that well, got to know them a lot better. Some of them, unfortunately, I knew real well, and then had to stay with them. But we had a pretty good practice. Came to a spot that I've been to before and caught some. Caught a couple of random ones too, so I don't know, but the problem is, and I'm scared to death, you can see that it's slick calm. All the fish I caught, except for a very few over the last 2 days of practice, have been right in the wind. About a 10 to 12 mile an hour wind. And yeah, it's not that. And if it does do that, it's supposed to blow out of an opposite direction, which I don't know if that's what that's gonna do. But we're just gonna go out here and we're gonna have a good time and try to put 5 on the board and let the chips fall where they may. We got 196 people in this. 10 grand to first place, 5 grand to second, 2,700 to third, 2,300 to fourth, and 2,000 for fifth, I think. So that's what we're shooting for, is a top 5. We can do that, we'll be in good shape. And even if I don't do that, we still got another thing to look forward to. This tournament has a team tournament. So you actually have to register with a club. So my club, Natural State Kayak Anglers, we are registered. We got 13 guys, and the way they do it is they take your top 5 anglers and take their scores and add them together. And whoever has the highest total after 2 days, 5 guys, is the winner. And they get to take home $2,000 to split between the 5, $400 apiece, and a great big trophy, which is amazing. Man, I'm not sure what I want to do. Nobody came this way. I don't see anybody that came across. Still got 15 more minutes though. I think I'm gonna go on down. The reason I'm going on down is because my pattern was points, main lake points. I'm talking about lots of main lake points, as many as you can hit in a day. That's what needs to happen. Good news is that there's a lot of them. Bad news is they're pretty far apart, but we got all day. But that point I just was sitting at is out on the main lake, and seemed like the points that were the best were the ones that kind of were leading back into pockets where they could spawn, because they're starting to, I mean, they are dangerously close to just pounding the shore and getting on beds. Like, I'm surprised they haven't done it yet. Maybe there's some that have, but I haven't seen any. But they are just set up, waiting for somebody to say go. So this morning, the goal is, based off of what I found, to just try to hit as many points as possible. And if that doesn't seem to be the ticket, then we'll adjust. Well, All right, here we are. $6:30. Here we go. Lines in. Well, I'm gonna need some wind today, but until the wind gets here, we're just gonna have to hope that they'll still eat this. And if they don't, we'll try to find something else that they will. Okay. Well, it's a little guy, but it gives me a little bit of confidence that there's still at least some fish around. That might not even keep. Nope. Well, he's peeing everywhere. There we go. That's better. That one will count. All right. Easy. $16. Good start. Good start. Just kind of out here a little bit, away from the point, which, you know, it did get down into the 40s last night and was foggy this morning. I'm not saying that they've moved out of the points, but that's a little different. Okay, well, so far so good. First spot, success. Off we go to the next point. Uh-oh, we got a boat going to our next spot. I hope he goes back in there. Hope it's a crappie fisherman. Looks like he's going back in there. Good. There are a ton of crappie fishermen on this lake. I mean a ton. Okay, that's something. That's two that are out a little further. Not big, but that's the start. Gotta get 5 before we can start calling anyway. Okay. 13.25, and he was right on the bank. Matter of fact, I thought it was a rock. You know, that cold weather last night, it changed the water temp just a little bit. Maybe they just kind of slid off the points out onto this deeper stuff just for a hot minute. That's a better one. Come on. They hooked up. Better than the last one, I guess. I don't know if I'd call it a better one. $15. Ooh, I see maybe some wind around this point. It's not much, but it's something. Maybe. Nope, it's not. What do I want to throw? Wow, finally. Never been happier to catch a little dink in my life. $13 3/4. I gotta tell y'all, that was a long time coming and just so much different than how I caught them in practice. That's a sign of life. Too small. Signs of life, man. In the backs. Stay down. Oh, man, I feel so much better. Oh, y'all, 18 3/4. Man, that feels so good. Yes, okay, good. I was afraid that was going to be a sand bass. Okay, now, we got 4 hours to cull, but we're gonna have to cull good. But I'm just tickled to death to even get what I got, especially after going just hours without a daggum bite. All right, now then. Whew. Okay. Breathe a little bit. Got me a good one. In about, I don't know, 2 feet of water. Make enough casts, I guess. I knew that was a good fish of some kind, either that or a foul hooked one or a really hard fighting one or something. I'm happy I caught that fish, don't get me wrong. But I'm telling you, almost as happy as I am to catch that fish is just the relief. Because man, I have struggled today. And they have not been doing anything like what they were doing. They were on main lake points, no doubt about it, 100% where they were, where I was fishing. You could go to every main lake point just about and catch a fish. May not be a big fish, but you could go catch one. And I know that one was kind of out on a main lake point, but it wasn't the same. That was pretty lucky. But caught one in the back of a pocket, caught a few smalls in the back of a pocket. I know I caught a couple early on main lake points, like before daylight, or right as the sun was coming up. But that didn't prove to continue to be a thing. And maybe it's because the wind isn't blowing. Or I said this morning that they are just, I'm talking about bursting at the seams, ready to get back and spawn. And I think that's what's happening. I think they're just moving back to spawn. I need to catch another big one though. That'd be nice. I'm just making dang sure that I'm not missing any on a main lake point. Got to keep these points honest from what I was doing yesterday, even though there's no wind. I think that was a rock. I guess I could keep them honest with the Squarebill just as easy as I could this spinnerbait. But man, I'd really like to catch them on a spinnerbait instead. I could. 13, not gonna help. Bunch of males in the backs. I don't think that was gonna help either. Nope, that's not even close. I haven't caught enough fish today to get my eyeballs situated. Well, I don't know if we're going to upgrade or not. But boy, they are back here. $14.5. Boy, when you find them, you find them. Gotta get lucky and come across the $17. Just males. I'm back to try to make a bed. Like that one. Come on, stay hooked up. Yeah. $17. Beautiful fish. Yes. Let's see. Yep, 17. Come on now. Come on. Give me another shot. Yes. Boy, he wasn't coming off. Another 17. Good one. Now what? Let's go to the next one. I don't think that one's gonna help. Ow. 14 and a half. Well, guys, that's a good day. It was a struggle bus early, but it ended up being a good day. As of now, of course, people still have another hour and a half to submit fish. But as of now, we're only like 3.5 inches or so behind the leader, which is awesome. All you can ask for in any 2-day tournament is to not lose it on the first day and give yourself a chance to win. We have absolutely no idea what will happen tomorrow, which is great. The only thing we can do now is go out and give it our best shot. And Lord willing, that's what we're gonna do.